Hi there, it's Peter. How are you? I'm going to have a bit of a rant here. Um, I'm just a bit disappointed with Eagle Moss and the way they have been presenting their DC graphic novel collection lately, particularly when it comes to value for money, or particularly when it comes to the thickness of these books. Now, early in the piece, the books were a bit thicker, but today, I'll explain that a little bit later on. But today, I received that volume, Death New Gods Part One. Now, they split this book over two volumes. I don't know why. Uh, it's it's 4 issues plus an early appearance, I think, by Big Barda on this thing. But that is the original hardcover that I have. I found this, I think, in a either record in a Comic Con, or it may have been I bought it from somebody else, among a bunch of other things. But that was only for a cheap price. That is the whole book. Same size as that, 8 issues. So one would think that if they could manage 8 issues for the whole thing there, why couldn't they do it in one part here? It's just dumb. Instead, Eagle Moss have actually extended this series a couple of times now, about 3 times, I think. A bit like that Marvel series that I stopped buying. It's going up to about 180 last I heard. This is volume 164, so there's about 16 odd left in this series, but at this point anyway. But that there could have been 2 parts. It could have been 1 part, but they're milking it for 2. I mean, they did the same thing a while ago, the first time, with Kingdom Come. Now, Kingdom Come was originally I've done over 2 parts here, 4 issues. Okay, in these ones they've added a couple of first appearances in here as well from the 40s. However, you're talking about maybe 10 pages extra. And this originally was in a trade no thicker than that. That's the Green Lantern. I think that's actually even 6 issues in it. So this actually contained more than Kingdom Come. I think the stories may have been a bit longer, but by the same token, it was in one trade and would have fit comfortably in one book instead of 2. So, at the time, these were $21 each, Australian. So, it's $40 right there. Compared to, say, $25, $30 for one single trade. Can't remember what I paid for it back then, but because I don't have the trade anymore, I've actually since given away because I've got the absolute of that. So, but that's the thing. It's just dumb, or it's greed on Eagle Moss's part. It's disappointing also because these volumes have been noticeably getting thinner. Now, early in the piece, like the first volume was, this was Hush, Batman Hush. Each of these will hold about, one holds 5 parts, one holds 6. That's 11 parts there. Plus, you got, first appearance of Batman here, you got another first appearance in here, another early story here. Okay? That's better value, at least. I mean, the thickness is there. The value is actually in those books. Same with Justice League, Year 1. 2-parter, but 6 and 6. Okay? So, I can understand why they would break that up to one book, or to 2 books. Okay? On that one. Another good example is Long Halloween. That's a long story. In fact, the trade for Long Halloween. 12 parts. And they're broken up in their, 2 volumes. Plus, again, each one of these has got an early appearance story from the 40s. Alright? 2 faces on this one, I think Riddle and Poison Ivy in here. But the thing is that these at least represent better value for money. But it seems along the way, Eagle Moss have decided to cut the content a little bit. So what we've been getting lately have been thinner books, right? So it's poor form, in my opinion, anyway. Now, people like me, yeah, I will keep buying this series, but it is noticeable on my part. I can see what they've been doing. I mean, the Kingdom Come one was a joke. When I first saw that, I thought, really? 2 volumes for that? You know, that was probably the sign of the time back then. This came out about a couple of years back when these were issued. Can't remember when. Been a while ago. The Batman Hush were the first ones that came out in the series. They were the first 2 books. But I mean, it's just annoying as a buyer, as a comic collector, that a company would do that. I mean, I think we are all about value we all want value for money when we buy stuff like this, you know, and that there is enough to put people off. It won't put me off because I'm OCD that way. I'll keep going until the thing finishes or until I pull the pin, like I did with the Marvel one. The Marvel one, I had to pull the pin because I'm running out of room. But here, you know, I just thought I'd have a bit of a rant about that because it's just disappointing that Eagle Moss would do something like that. Like I said, that if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have known any better, right? But when I saw that today, I got it. Or I know I already got it, bought it anyway, but because it's part of the series. But at the same time, why do that? Why? Eagle Moss, you got any questions? Or you got any answers for me? You might not even be watching this. You probably don't even care. But anyway, that's how it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. That's my rant. I may even put this on my YouTube channel. I'm not sure yet. Okay, take care guys. See ya.